Okay, so I apologize if you get noise from other rooms, and there's a band practicing in the house just on the other side of this wall. It's pretty crappy. Anyway, not the fact that there's a band, the fact that they just play the same song over and over again, and it's just okay. Anyway, so this one is giving basic directions, and a little bit. This is a little bit different than what we've looked at before in terms of like where things are in the classroom. Now we're going to give a reason why we're asking for those directions, expressing a need. So, hold on. Hello. Okay. So the goal of the chapter is to say what your need is, ask where something is. Other person gives you directions or tells you where, points you in the right direction. Thank you, and any kind of response to that afterwards. So here's the vocab: needing money, what you need, different things, and then thank you. So the sign for need is this. It's the X, but it's sort of pointing down. If you're a fan of Jurassic Park, it's the velociraptor tapping its claw, right? So need. Boom. So we've got, and again, these are all the vocab that we're going to need. So there's pop machine, and I know we did this in a previous one. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to be confusing it with ASL3, but pop machine, pop, like you open up the can, pop machine. Food machine or candy machine. Money machine or ATM. I believe we did these in a previous one when we were talking about rooms in a building. So there's computer, lab, LAB. We've got like big room, so room, lobby, or waiting room, waiting room, hallway, room, stairs, or down, right? And anyway, circular stairs, whatever. And then elevator. This is the one I tend to use. There were a couple other options when we talked about it. So again, express the need, ask where. Sign for where. Where. It's different than alone from the previous, which is alone, right? It's where. You wave it side to side. Oh, I'm offline. Why am I offline? Hopefully this is still recording. Okay. Where? Now I'm back online. So hopefully this didn't fritz out too much. So where? So just waving side to side. Where? So here's a mini dialogue. And you've noticed that when we started talking about describing people, we describe their clothing. So now the descriptions in the book are starting to offer that. Sometimes I eliminate them for space, but that's not Stephanie, obviously. It's Priscilla. So take a look and here are the questions to watch the video and answer them. It's all that using these vocab. So take a look at the vocab as the separate slideshow that I include, because I'm not going to go over all of them. Second one, David and Ben. And then Melinda and Joey. And then I did include the glosses and the answers for each of them. Now there's a story that 310 includes, which is the elevator incident. And I think if you just watch it, it makes a lot of sense, and it's designed to be at your level. So here are some questions of what she needed to find. And then there's a question about the classifier identification. And a classifier is a sign we use that's kind of like a puppet. There are 8 different kinds of classifiers in one way of analyzing them. And so the question here is, what hand shape does Melinda use for the instrument classifier of pushing the elevator button? An instrument classifier is one where we don't actually show what we're talking about, we show how we use it. So shovel, cup, right? So that's what we call an instrument classifier. If you ignore what the classifier name is and just say, what hand shape does Melinda use to show pushing the elevator button? Okay, so just look at the question that way. What hand shape does Melinda use for the doors opening? So what she usually it's this, right? And it's locative because we're showing the location. Here are two doors together, and they move apart. The body part classifier is where some piece of what you set up moves. So could be elevator going up, could be a door opening, right? And what hand shape does Melinda use for the semantic classifier of people coming in and out of the elevator? People coming in and out. So what hand shape does Melinda use to show people coming in and out of the elevator? And usually you'll see this, like if it's individual people coming in and out, right? Here's two people moving back and forth. It could be lots of people, a line of 4 or 5 people. It could be tons of people. So we're starting to use hands to illustrate as opposed to simply use vocab. So then we go through the I put the video in there in case it's more helpful than jumping around. And here's the vocab. So again, I need, and the vocab will show money, need money, need to buy. You take the money and you give it to someone in order to get something. So buy, need to buy. And you don't need the to, right? I need money, I need to buy, need to have, need to eat, need to drink. We all probably need to drink a little bit, unless you're, well, water. We need to drink water because it's healthy. Practice. Now, this is a dangerous sign. I'm going to give this sort of danger Will Robinson caution for any sign that could be dirty if you sign it wrong. You put your passive hand with an index finger out. This is the knife that you're going to polish. That's one thing I can think of. Here's an A. This is the fist that you're holding the polishing rag in. And then you're going to polish. Don't have to breathe on it. That's just, I did that for effect. This is practice. Practice. You'll see internship is one sign, right? Training with a T. Internship. Practice. You need to practice your finger spelling. Okay? Practice. Please do not make the A and O for obvious reasons, because this sign done wrong, I need to practice is a very different sentence if you sign it wrong. So place it on top with an A. Okay? And don't look like in ecstasy, I suppose is the best way to say that. Okay, so we don't enjoy practicing all that much, I think. Eat, drink, need to wash our hands, Who knew when they put together this PowerPoint that we'd be in a pandemic? Wash. We've used wash before. So I need to wash my hands. I need to wash my hands. Hands, wash hands. Need to see. This was a lot useful if like someone's blocking you and say, oh, to see. Back. See. Need to see. Then thank you. It's like blowing a kiss. Thank you. And need. Right. So that's the vocab. And that really is 310. It's a lot of what we've already done before with like rooms within the building or things on campus, little directions, and then just adding what your need is. So if there are any other ideas of, I need to know this sign, email me, let me know, or ask me in one of the Zoom chats. Cool.